Do not turn on your oven this summer season. It is too hot. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I'm going to be cooking up some delicious meal ideas for you guys that do not require your oven. We're going to keep it simple, quick and easy, but we're going to be able to feed our family some delicious meals, and we are not going to heat the house up. That is our number 2 goal, because y'all know I want quick and easy meals as my number 1 this summer, and number 2 is keeping this house cool. Let's go ahead and get cooking, y'all. These barbecue chicken wraps were so easy, and this made the perfect lunch, or it can even be a simple supper. I'm going to take and season up a couple chicken breasts. I'm using some all-purpose seasoning. You use whatever you like. And then I'm going to take and grill these outside. And everything else is just going to be cold, and all we have to do is put the wraps together. This is literally the easiest meal idea, and it is so delicious. I'm going to go ahead and get my chicken going on my grill. We're just going to cook those until the internal temperature is 165. And then I'm going to coat mine in barbecue sauce, but if you don't want to do barbecue chicken, you could just leave these plain and just do, regular grilled chicken wraps. When the chicken was almost done, I went ahead and gave it a coating of the barbecue sauce. I just did that on both sides. I feel like it really helps with the overall flavor of the barbecue. I love when it kind of gets cooked in whenever you put it on the grill this way. I kept it even simpler for myself, and I just set everything out buffet style, and everybody could just make their own wraps. Now I'm going to build my wrap. I kept it simple, and I just did the barbecue chicken, some ranch, cheese, bacon, and then spinach and avocado. This was so simple, you guys. I just served it with some chips. I just set a variety of different chips out, and everybody could just pick what chips they wanted. I don't know about you, but when it is hot outside, there's times where I don't want that hearty, super filling meal in the evening. I like lighter meals, and this is one of my go-tos for the summer because I can get a delicious, quick meal to be able to feed my family in a hurry, not take a lot of time. One, they can build it themselves, and it's just super filling, but light and delicious. This smoked sausage and cauliflower Alfredo I almost didn't share with you guys because it didn't look appetizing. But Luke told me to keep it in because it was absolutely delicious. So let me show you how I put it together. I've got some smoked sausage there I have just cut up and put in my full pan. Now I'm going to add in a whole bag of cauliflower. I think that was like 32 ounces of fresh cauliflower. And then we're just going to season it up. I'm going to add in some all-purpose seasoning. And I also add in a decent amount of onion, like the dry onion soup mix. I make mine homemade, and I just added some of that in there. I'm just going to mix that up, and then we are going to add in some heavy cream. I didn't measure. This was just an idea that came in my head. Now, I'm not on any kind of diet or anything, but I have been trying to eat a little bit better, and I've been, like myself, I've been eating more lower carb meals, and this just kind of come in my head, and I knew I needed something to cook outside, and this was just the perfect idea. I did cover it with some foil, and then we're just going to get it right on into the grill. I just turned it on regular. I did have it kind of on a lower setting, and then I put it in there for about 20 minutes. And then, as you can see, it's super bubbly and absolutely delicious. And then I'm just going to top that with some cheese. I left the foil off at that point, and then I just kind of shut it to let that cheese melt and it get all nice and thick. Like I said, this one doesn't look appetizing, but it was so delicious. Crock pots are a great way to feed your family in the summertime. It is not going to heat your house up, nowhere near as hot if you turn the oven on. And these French onion burgers are definitely a go-to in my house year round, and they are absolutely delicious. I'll make sure to have the recipe linked down below for you guys, but I'm going to go ahead and get some of that French onion soup in the bottom of my crock pot. Then I like to sear my patties. If you didn't want to do this on the stove, you could do this on the grill. You're not cooking them all the way through. You're just rendering off some of that fat and locking in the seasoning that you season them with. And then you're going to get them put in the crock pot. You're going to top them with the rest of your French onion soup mix. And then you're going to top on your onions on top of that. Put the lid on it and let these cook for about 8 hours on low. These are so good. Here's what they look like when they're done. I made some homemade rolls to go with them, and then we normally do provolone cheese for these, but I forgot to pick some up, so we did Colby Jack, but nonetheless, these were still delicious. Now, pizza night is a weekly staple in my house. We always try to change it up and fix something different, but when it is hot, cook them on your grill. If you have never made pizzas on your grill, they are so good. I've got some of these non-flatbreads, and that's what we're going to use for our pizza crust today. And we are going to make some barbecue chicken pizzas. I'm just going to put some barbecue sauce on these. You can use whatever your favorite barbecue sauce is. And then I'm going to use some rotisserie chicken. We're going to save me some extra time, make this even easier. And we're going to put some rotisserie chicken on there. And then we're going to add some cheese, and we're going to get these right on the grill. Now, in my opinion, I do like these pizzas better on a charcoal grill versus a gas grill, but nonetheless, it's still going to do the same thing. I turned mine on super hot while I was prepping up these pizzas, and then I turned it down really, really low once I got them put on. That way, it was nice and hot, just like a regular oven, and then I put them on, and then I just turned it off, and then let that cheese melt and let everything heat through. Once they were done, I topped mine with some ranch and then some parsley, and that was it. So simple. Highly recommend trying making pizzas on a grill. They were so delicious. Another great option is meatball subs. These are so simple. Now, I like making my own homemade meatballs. What I like to do is make like a big batch, and you can divide it up and have them ready to go in your freezer, or use frozen meatballs. By all means, use frozen meatballs. Y'all know I love keeping those on hand as well. I like having a little bit of everything. It just depends on what is going on and how busy our schedule is. But whenever I can make a big batch of homemade meatballs, I definitely do so because they're just so much better. Now, I'll put some of my homemade spaghetti sauce in the bottom of my crock pot. I'm going to add in my homemade meatballs, and then I'm going to top that with the rest of the spaghetti sauce, and we're just going to let these cook for about 6 hours. My meatballs are fully cooked this time since I did bulk batch them and was making a big batch to divide up and put in the freezer. But sometimes mine aren't cooked all the way through, so that's just going to depend on the cook time for you. But these are so simple. I got my homemade spaghetti sauce, my homemade meatballs. I let the crock pot do the work, and then I did make homemade buns for mine, and you just build it, serve it with whatever you want, and supper is done. There is so many different ways that you can still feed your family in the summer months and not heat up your house. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope it gave you some new meal inspiration, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.